Hey guys, it's Alicia and I am back with another process video. And I'm just showing you some products that I pulled to use with this layout. And I am starting off with a shocker 12 by 12 white piece of cardstock. And then I also have that gray piece of cardstock, which is a Christmas line. On the back is like some hollies and stuff. But I actually got it for the gray side because I really love using gray as a neutral. And I think I got a pack of like 25 at Tuesday Morning for like $1 or something. So this is well, okay, let me go back. First, I did cut that white cardstock down an inch on each side, so it's now 11 by 11. And then now I am just going through, this is Heidi Swap Mixed Company. And thank you to Danny Brown because she reminded me of the name of that. I had completely forgotten. And, Heidi Swap doesn't put the name of the collection on her paper pads, so I really had no idea, but I really love this collection. I love the colors in it and like the graphic designs of it. So I'm just matting those photos, which are printed out at 3 by 3. And go upstairs and eat that, please. And there was a bit of a corner that didn't reach all the way because there wasn't enough paper, but I simply just slid it under the other one and nobody will ever know. So, yeah, I only have the 6 by 6 paper pad in this collection, and I don't use my 6 by 6 paper pads as much as I should, and I definitely have enough of them, like we all do. And so, I was really inspired to pull this out and use it because I've been watching a lot of Idrit. I'm sorry if I butchered your name. And her last name starts with an L, maybe Langford, maybe. But I'll try to link her below if I can figure out how to. But she is amazing. I really love her style, and she uses a lot of 6 by 6 paper pads, and she also uses them. As you see here, I just have like 6 by 6 sheets. She uses them a lot like that. So I thought I'd give it a go and see what I could come up with, and so yeah, I just grabbed a couple sheets out that I liked and another strip that was a scrap that I just cut down. And then I pulled out these banners, which are from the same collection, and I'm going to layer two of them together. I really wanted to pull out that blue floral print because my daughter's jacket is a similar color in that picture. And so I'm just going to connect these two. And I love layering her banners together. It just gives such a cool effect. So I'm doing that. And yeah, I like how that looks. And this is a little bit different than what I normally do. I normally don't have a really big um, area like this. I usually work in smaller layers, and then, I do like something in a corner, like a main focus, and then something in the opposite corner that's a smaller focus. So this is a little different than me for me, and simply it's just because I'm kind of getting bored with that style, but it's kind of a go-to style because I know that I like it. So yeah. So now I am pulling out some different mists to do some sprinkles, and I'm just going through them and trying to find colors that coordinate. And so, yeah, I'm going to pull out quite a few. So this blue one that I'm starting with is actually a Recollection spray from their Hello Pastel line, and it's like a really nice blue color. And it matches the paper line, so I did that. And then this is their green color, but it's definitely a really beautiful mint green. So I also used that, and I'm going to dry them a bit because they take a little bit longer to dry. And I'm just going to excuse that towel. I was lazy and didn't feel like going to get a roll of paper towels. And that's just a rag I keep in my scrap area. So that is the Heidi Swap Coral, which is a great match. At first I was thinking about using peach, and then I remembered I had the coral. So I'm going to use that. And then I thought about using the Heidi Swapp tinsel, but I didn't. And now I'm going to pull out my watercolors because I want to get kind of that pinkish orchidy color, and I don't have a spray that color, so I'm just going to use some watercolors and mix a couple of them. I'm just testing it up there on that scrap piece of paper. And I'm going to splatter those. And as you see, I just use my mini mister to spray directly on the colors that I want to use to apply the water to them. And then I use the water brush to actually do the sprinkling. So now I'm going to make a boo-boo. I'm going to try to blot them with this rag, and it's smeared most of them. And I just felt like I couldn't go on. So as you can see here, I redid the whole page. I resprinkled. I didn't throw the other one away. I might use it for something else. It might be cool to die cut something out of it or something. So it is in my scrap box. But yeah, they were just really, really smeared. And so I redid it. And then it was really frustrating because I actually had dried it with a heat gun the second time I did it, and then I left for, well, I didn't leave, but I went and did some other things for about 20 minutes and came back, and then I smeared some of the coral, which I couldn't believe it wasn't dry yet. So that is why I have now orientated that cluster towards the bottom left to cover that huge smear because I just was not going to do it again. So here I am just pulling out this die that is from the Dear Lizzie collection that she just came out with, Daydreamer, I believe, and some DCWV glitter paper in coordinating colors, and I'm going to cut three of those out of different colors, and I'm going to cut that out because that was boring. So you see I have like a darker blue glitter, a mint glitter, and then that pinkish purpley glitter. And I love the way that looks. So now I am just going through the coordinating embellishment pack that goes with this mixed company line, and I'm just pulling out different embellishments that I think might work. And this is my favorite part, just playing around with things. So that's what I'm doing. And this ephemera pack is pretty cool because there's acetate pieces in there, there's vellum pieces in there, and there's just regular cardstock pieces in there. There's lots of punch outs, and it's a nice variety, good sizes, a good mix of it all. So I think here I was watching a video my fiance was showing me, so sorry about that. Um, but okay, now back to picking through this set. And now looking at this layout as I'm watching it, I kind of wished I would have maybe outlined or inked the edges of those 6x6 papers because I feel like it's all kind of blending together. But, that's just like a live and learn type thing, I guess. I'll, know next time. I did think about it in the process of doing everything, but I had gotten really frustrated with those splatters, and so I just wanted to get to the part that I like, which is this part. So, if you notice that corner piece in the bottom right, it's actually a vellum corner piece. I know it's kind of hard to see on video, but I really liked that piece because since I matted the white onto the gray, um, there's parts of that corner piece that kind of overlap out of the actual corner shape, and I really like that. So it kind of overlaps a little bit onto the gray, and those are just like little details that I like. So now I'm going to put these loves together and I'm going to overlap them. And I'm just using my Zig two-way glue pen right there, and I'm putting small little dots on the back of them, and I'm going to stick them down. And they didn't stick very well, so I'm going back and just touching each one up after I lay it down. Yeah, I left again for a second. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I think one of my daughters needed something, so I had to leave quick. And I'm back. So, yes, now I'm going to finish putting these loves down. And I really love that die cut. And so I'm really glad that I got to use it because I haven't used it yet. So I really love the way that came out over there. And it's something different for me to do something like that too. So I like it though. And these pictures are of my oldest daughter. She had created something in an art class at school, and they picked hers to be displayed at our our library, like our county library, not the library at her school. And I think there were only two people out of her grade that got picked to be displayed at this school. It was kind of the whole school district. They picked just a handful of kids. And so it was really, really cool. And so, yeah, this is when we went to go check it out. So I'm just adhering things down, and I'm actually using a vellum tape runner for the vellum pieces, which if you look close, you can still see. I mean, vellum is see-through, so regardless what they come out with, you're going to be able to see, but it does um, actually hide most of it. I mean, you have to look pretty close. And then for those acetate pieces, I'm just using some mini glue dots to put those down. And so I just layered that vellum banner, a vellum arrow, excuse me, and that acetate heart in the top left. And then in the bottom, I just adhered that vellum corner. And that love this heart that's above the three loves is another acetate piece. So I'm just looking through some different things. I thought about using a couple of these. These are from Me and My Big Ideas, and they're like clear stickers, but the paper was just a little too busy to really have that pop out. So I didn't use them. And that is a Martha Stewart photo corner in silver. And so I'm just putting that down and gluing the back of that down. And then I'm back to these chipboards. I really, really am loving these. And so I do end up using something from here, but just not right this second. So, but yeah, I love those. If they would have had two, I would have gotten two, but they just had one left. But I definitely don't think I would have gotten them when they were, I think at first they were like 4.99, and that's a bit ridiculous for me. I don't know that I would have felt I should have gotten one then, but for 2.99, I'll get it. So now I'm pulling out some gray washi tape, and it has like a linen finish on it. Well, not a finish, but the print on it is almost like a linen gray with white polka dots in it. So I really, really love that washi. And I thought about trying to put this one in there, but no, I'm just going to throw another piece of this gray under this piece of paper down there. And I like the way that looks. It kind of finishes everything off and gives it somewhere for it to sit on the page instead of just kind of floating about. And then here I grab one of those chipboard pieces out of that pack, and it's just a glitter silver heart, or a silver glitter heart, just because that corner looked bare with just that one piece. And then I'm going to grab a banner that says happiness, and I'm going to lay that across the heart. Since there's three pieces in the top left, I wanted to incorporate three pieces in that bottom right. So now I'm going to take out these Heidi Swapp sequins, and these also go with this collection, and I'm just going to put these everywhere, and they're rub-ons, and these ones rub off really, really easily. The new ones that they were selling at Michael's are not this easy to rub off. These ones, I mean, it's like barely have to touch them, and they come off beautifully. So yeah, I'm just picking the coordinating colors. I think some are stars, some are hexagons, some are circles, and I'm just putting that about because I love, the crazy, busy, cluttery, random look. So they mix in nice with the splatters, and then also I'm putting them on the cluster itself. So now I'm just doing some of the mint ones, and yeah, I like how that came out. You'll have to excuse me. I'm catching another cold. It's crazy. So these are some do-it-yourself thickers, and these are the ones that you can mist. But I'm actually going to take a gelato, and it is going to be in the metallic blueberry color. And I'm just gonna run that over there, and then take my water brush to move the color around on them, so um, that the thickers will now match my layout. And I kind of knew I wanted to do that when I first knew I wanted to use that blue color in the layout, because I don't have a thicker that is that color, and I knew I wanted to use that blue, so in the title. So I just did a couple coats of that gelato on there, and I'm just going to hit it with my heat gun really quick just to kind of take some of the moisture out. and it looks like a mess there, but it looks nice when you take them off. So, and then these are some Amy Tangerine glitter thickers, and I'm sorry I wasn't good this time and looked at the name of them, so I'm not sure, but I know, they're older, so I'm just gonna spell out budding with that. And yeah, I picked those just because it would bring a little bit more of that silver glitter in, and it's a nice neutral that plays off the gray too. So, and then those are some Heidi Swap letter stickers, and I'm just spelling out our with those. And that is how the title is going to go right there. I'm just going to take them and place them up on the top where there's no residue from where I actually painted the letters, just because I want to make sure that that's where I wanted it, and they were kind of spread out and stuff. So yeah, so that looks good to me. And I'm actually going to set each one in the middle of this ledge. So this artist is going to sit on that diagonal piece of paper ledge. And then I'm going to take the budding and I'm going to put that on the ledge of that mint paper. Oh, I was looking at a picture she colored in. Um, how fitting, as I'm doing a page about her being an artist, she brings in some beautiful artwork for me to look at. So, yeah, so I'm sitting that budding on that ledge, and then I'm gonna stick the hour on the ledge of that washi paper or washi tape. And so that's how the artist came out. Okay, go get a wipe and wipe them off. Yeah, so now I tried to look at my phone to figure out the exact date this was taken, but I couldn't find it in there, and I didn't want to take any more time. I'd already looked for like 5 minutes, so I just grabbed this Amy Tan roller date stamp that I have, and I think that says so good, and I did that in the Heidi Swap Mint archival ink, and now I'm just going to do a little bit of journaling right there. Okay, honey, right there on the bottom. And I'm just going to put 414 because I do know that it was in April. I love you too, honey. Just 1 second. And now these are the close ups of the layout. And I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me for another layout. And I'll see you guys soon.